Welcome to episode 732 of Hard Factor. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. It is another What the Fuck Wednesday, July 21st, 2021.
750's coming up soon, huh?
750's coming real soon. That's 3/4 to a G right there.
Sure is.
And what the fuck? It's not really, I mean, it's Wednesday, July 21st. I just felt like saying what the fuck Wednesday again because, bring back the old times, bring back the nostalgia. You guys remember those?
I like that. I remember.
Maybe it'll be coming back.
I got a pretty what the fuck story, so it's good.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So we're still in the theme. We're still in the theme.
WTF Wednesdays, baby.
Nice. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, full house today. And fellas, can somebody check how much closer are we to 50,000 on Instagram? I got logged out of the account, but I'm trying to get back in. They've got tight security on there.
Let me see. Do we get it? Do we get the?
I gave you the code.
I know, but then I was too slow with the code, and Zuckerberg, he's a real motherfucker.
We were literally on the phone when they texted me the code, and I told.
But I input the code. They're like, you need a new code.
Okay,
we're spinning. We're code.
We're close. We're closer.
Do we hit 46,000?
No, we're at like 45,997.
So close. Okay, come on, everybody. Pull out the phone. Instagram. .com. I'm sure you access it as an app.
At the time that people are listening to this, we're at 46,000. So yeah, I should just say yes. Yes, right, we're at 46,000.
Also, youtube.com/hardfactornews, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everything. Follow, subscribe.
You're killing Will. Do you hear this? You guys are killing Will. We need to get to that 50,000 on Instagram. It's killing Will.
It's killing me. I promise I'll do a really good Freedom Funnel video if we hit 50,000.
There you go.
When we hit.
I'll take a shot of vodka up my ass.
That's promising. It's a big. Is your mouth writing checks your body can't cash on that?
Sure, I'll try. I will put a shot worth of vodka in my asshole and suck in and see what happens.
Wow.
All the college girls are doing it. You should be able to handle it.
Right. Vodka tampons, right?
Yep.
Right.
But in the butt.
Vodka tampons?
Yeah. You don't know about vodka tampons?
We did a show. We did a story on that.
It disinfects well. It gets you drunk.
Yeah.
Guys are doing that too, huh?
Oh, yeah. A lot of vodka tampons for guys, too.
Suppository.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'll do a vodka tampon once we get to 50.
Yep.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah. I'll do the whole show with it up my ass.
Anything's on the table once we hit 50,000 Instagram followers.
TSS, Mark. It's dangerous.
That's true. If you leave it in there too long, the shock.
Who knows what we'll do?
Yeah. He's acting goofy. What is it? Does he have a tampon up his ass?
Yeah, I knew a guy.
It's vodka tampon, Mark. You know.
Wiggling.
I knew a guy in college that was the king of fingering. We called him TSS because he was always in that pussy.
You talking about me?
No.
Oh, I liked fingering.
We call him TSS behind his back.
Damn it.
We don't want him to know that he's got a sick nickname.
His goal was to get one lost up there.
A finger?
No, a tampon.
No, I was saying.
No, he actually fingered chicks, but yeah, never mind.
I thought he never mind.
TSS.
You ever read the back of a tampon box, Will?
It's shock. That's what I'm saying. If he shoves it up there, then they get shocked because he's.
Why wouldn't you tell him? Why wouldn't you tell me he had an awesome nickname? You don't want him to get a big head?
No, we told the guy in college. Well, I made him up, first of all, because it was just a joke. Second of all, we would have told him. Third of all, it's not you, Mark. That's the point. Yes.
No, I know that. But fingering is great. It's just
we gotta invite him on the show.
Yeah.
Shock man.
Let's get
Wait a minute. I thought that was TSS.
We called him the shock jock.
All right. Any other housekeeping items?
No, I think we covered it.
Hopping in the news. All right. It's time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
It is July 21st, and there are a shitload of holidays, fellas. That's the Department of Veterans Administration created. Okay, that's not really a holiday, but
it does make sense. Great, just
on this day. They snuck in on this day in history that wasn't good enough to get on this day in history as a day, which is disappointing. Also, invite an alien to live with you day, legal drinking age day, lowest recorded temperature day. That's another this day in history. Monkey Day, National Be Someone Day, National Craft Your Local Shelters Day, National Hot Dog Day. So we had Hot Dog Night 2 days ago. Hot
Got
Dog
my
Day.
bonus dog shirt on. It's good.
Yeah, bonus
Nice.
dogs.
Bonus dog. National Junk Food Day, National Lamington Day. What's a Lamington? National Tug of War Tournament Day, No Pet Store Puppies Day, Take a Monkey to Lunch Day, Take Your Poet to Work Day. Oh, that's cute. Take Your Poet to Work Day.
Those are all
Get it?
trash
Fuck
days.
is a Lamington?
Absolutely trash.
Look it up.
Hot Dogs Day is the only good one in there.
Lamington Day. Yeah, Hot Dog Day. At least it's Hot Dog Day. Take that with you. Grain of
Oh,
salt.
it's a
On
dessert.
July 21st.
And it's the New Zealand dessert.
Wow. Is
Does
it
it look
good?
good?
Does it look good?
It looks fabulous.
Oh, nice. Lamington.
Yes.
Who knew?
Okay.
Well, hot dogs in Lamington sounds actually okay, but there's a bunch of other terrible days. Also, today in history, July 21st, you got a couple of them in the holidays for some reason. In 1613, the Romanov dynasty started in Russia. So, shout
How'd
out to
that
the
end?
Romanovs. Probably poorly.
In a
I'm assuming.
basement.
You think so?
Yeah, the Romanovs were the dynasty that got absolutely destroyed, murdered in the basement, massacred. They're like, let's take your photo, and then they're like, dead.
Oh, wow.
All
They
of them
red
dead.
weddinged them. Mm.
Yeah, and here's a fun fact: King of England at the time was cousins with the Tsar Russia Nicholas, and Nicholas was like, "Please let me come over to England, dude. They're gonna murder me in a basement." And they're like, "That's just the optics aren't good. Sorry, cuz dead."
Wow.
Did you watch a documentary recently?
I love the Romanovs, bro.
Okay.
It's tough life for the Romanovs. Well, they started their reign on 1613. They probably thought it was going to be awesome on July 21st, 1613.
Well,
Turns out.
To answer Mark's question real quick, I went down the rabbit hole because all of the European rulers were first cousins. That tripped me out. That's how I went down that rabbit hole. I was like, what? All of them
Oh,
first
yeah.
cousins? Oh, damn.
That's
Okay.
creepy.
Yeah.
It's very incestuous in Europe.
Good to be the
especially-
king.
Yeah, especially in those royal families. In 1798, Napoleon defeated the Egyptians at the Battle of the Pyramids.
Here
on
we go with
July
Napoleon
21st.
again. On Will's website that he types in this day in history //
Napoleon.
Napoleon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they love him over at the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, they
And 1861, the first battle of Bull Run was fought in the U.S. Civil War. That's close to home for us.
That's
Man.
real close to our home.
Beating the
Virginia.
Egyptians in front of the pyramids is like fucking a guy's wife in front of his specially made bed that he made to
time.
fuck his wife. You know, like
It's
Big
like
time
beating
cuck.
the Bucks in Game 6 in Milwaukee. Go Suns, hopefully.
Yeah, it is.
oh, you made this bed for her.
Napoleon is a lot like Giannis in this case. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yep.
Who knows? But you
You know, he'd be like
the
Devin
score
Booker.
if you're listening right
Yeah.
now. In 1983, the coldest temperature of all time was taken in Antarctica. You heard that in the days. That was a negative 129 Fahrenheit. That's cold.
That's really cold.
Temperature.
Yeah.
Freeze pretty quick. And in 1987, most importantly, Guns N' Roses released Appetite for Destruction, an album that helped a lot of people get laid. So pretty sweet. July 21st.
Was Paradise City on that one?
Yes, that's
Welcome
I
to the
believe
jungle.
so. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one with all the hits. Yeah.
Damn, they're both on the same album. Jesus.
Ooh.
Appetite for Destruction was a big time hit machine. Honorable mentions in trending news today. Marjorie Taylor Greene, is that her name? MTG. She was briefly suspended from Twitter and says that we're living in a communist China-like environment with government and big tech cartels working hand in hand to censor everybody. She also claimed that being asked about her vaccination status was a HIPAA violation, which it is not. But MTG on the move, as always. Sean Hannity wants people to get the vaccine if it makes sense for them, which just seems like a pretty common sense thing to say, but it trended nonetheless. Sean Hannity. And then some guy named Tom Barak was working for both the UAE and the Trumps at the same time when Trump was running for office or in office or something like that. So he's in trouble. That's not it. That's not legal.
Man,
I take it.
I
I
saw
went down a rabbit hole last night of the dude that wrote that Trump says he wrote about the P tape potentially being real.
Oh, Steele?
And,
Yeah, that
It wasn't
guy.
it wasn't the Steele dossier. It was the journalist that wrote about the Steele dossier. But dude, it's pretty interesting that I didn't know the P tape was like in the 80s, effectively, and essentially it's like
That's believable.
Who didn't pee on someone in the 80s? The Coke
Right.
days. Come on.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses time.
Yeah,
a
that was
former
Appetite for
destruction.
destruction.
Still making the rounds.
a former KGB agent confirmed that Trump's been a Russian asset since 1987. Not an agent, but an asset, someone they manipulate.
But this is UAE. This is the United Arab Emirates that the guy was an agent for. This Tom Barak guy they found out. So again, it's kind of like the first cousins with the kings. If you're rich, your first cousin in your other country is going to get rich, and all that stuff, right? That's what it sounds like.
Also, spying. I feel like the spy game is great because you could just say anything. You could be like, "Well, that person's a double agent for them," and then nobody can disprove it. You could just say it,
and then you light a cigarette.
Yeah,
dude. There's that
That's a big
Netflix
spy move.
There's a Netflix show. It's the title of the show is like a spy term. I forget what it's called. It's recent. It's fucking awesome. Talking about all the spying in the United States over the last 50 years.
backstabbing,
Talking about those cell
crosses.
phones and stuff.
Yeah. Talking about like how they used to spy. I mean, now it's lame. It's like, oh, put a Trojan horse in your computer,
Espionage.
It's called like Spy Gear or something. Or
something like that.
maybe.
Yeah.
I know what you're
Spy
talking
City. Keeping it in Spyland, number 5 in the cup of coffee in the big time today. Havana Syndrome was trending because it turns out that U.S. diplomats working overseas have been subject to getting Havana Syndrome. Remember, this is the expected side effects from microwave weapon targeting.
It's
so like
your brain getting rattled by a remote microwave frequency.
weapon, gun. They shoot a microwave gun at you,
and then your
this is
brain
how
goes.
you get it, then you're fucked up. Yeah. Okay. So it's happened to U.S. diplomats in Cuba, China, Uzbekistan, Russia, and the United States. We already knew those going into today. Now also Vienna, Austria. So the latest attack in Vienna has the CIA wondering who the fuck is microwaving all the U.S. Foreign employees. The side effects, like Mark said, are literally people being microwaved, and they're getting weird like brain issues and physical issues from the feeling of being microwaved in their work chair. It's insane.
People put all this technology and energy into these like weapons, these remote weapons to harm people. How about love, not hate? Like maybe a remote microwave weapon that makes me jizz my pants, and I didn't even know I was going to get excited.
Nicer. That'd be
How
a
about you
lot
just
nicer,
make
Mark.
everyone have a pants orgasm?
Yeah.
So
Too
hilarious too. What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the top prank. No, you can't top that prank if you make that gun. But yeah, like Operation Hot Pocket is what they're saying. It's called the microwave thing. And that one guy from the CIA, they're not calling it that. That one guy from the CIA, he had to resign, man. Like he's like permanently damaged.
Oh yeah, no, you're fucked. Some of these.
No, it's not good. You don't want Havana Syndrome. No. They're shooting you with the microwave gun, and people have no fucking idea.
It's like
who's doing
getting
it, where's doing
vertigo, and like
Right.
you're just
It's radiation.
You get dizzy. Yeah, it's bad.
I think the Chinese have been accused of it, but who knows? I mean, it sounds like it's happened in all kinds of places. Again, Cuba, China, Uzbekistan, Russia, the United States,
And this is
now
like-
Austria.
This is like version 1. Imagine like the next version is just going to scramble everyone's brains.
Not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not good. That's scary shit. Scary shit for U.S. diplomats working abroad. Number 4. What's up? I gotta get moving. We got a lot in here. We good? Okay. Number 4. Aaron Rodgers allegedly turned down a Godfather type offer from the Packers, an offer that he could not refuse, but he did, to make him the highest paid QB for the next 5 seasons. He did that in April, according to, I think, Schefter put that up. So he wants out of Green Bay.
Okay, so he's out. So that effectively, he's still on Green Bay, but he's essentially saying like, yeah, they made now you just can't leave.
They can't offer him any more money. He's offered the
Right.
most money of all time, and he said no. So
He's like-
I imagine he's leaving. Yeah.
Nah, he's like, I literally can't stand you for more than anybody's ever been paid to do my job. That's his stance on Green Bay. And then also Tom Brady took a trip to the White House to visit Joe Biden with Super Bowl champion Buccaneers of the NFL. And this is what happened.
But we found our rhythm. We got on a roll. Not a lot of people, think that we could have won. And in fact, I think about 40% of the people still don't think we won.
I understand that.
You understand that, Mr. President?
I understand that.
Yeah. And personally, it's nice for me to be back here. We had a game in Chicago where I forgot what down it was. I lost track of 1 down in 21 years of playing. And they started calling me Sleepy Tom. Why would they do that to me? So
Holy shit.
Having some
Fuck.
fun out there.
That
It's
was
like,
aggressive as fuck.
Sleepy Tom is the fucking man. Sleepy Tom is the best.
That brought me back to the Democratic National Convention comedy routines that they were doing.
Yeah,
Well-
Tom Brady can do it all. He's doing comedy up there.
I mean, the election thing was funny, right? Good joke, great joke. But then following that up with I forgot something, and now they're calling me you, Joe Biden. That's
great.
That's aggressive.
A little too close to the truth.
No, I think he was just having fun with him. I think like he was saying like
He did one joke. He
Yeah.
did one joke each way. He
Yeah.
did one joke about like the election fraud, making it a joke, and then he did a joke about Sleepy Joe. And so
I mean, what's
he's punching both directions. It's
I don't
Tom
think-
Brady being
I
cool
don't
as fuck.
I don't think he was like taking shots at him. I thought it was funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was planned too. They
was
all
funny.
knew it was
Yeah.
coming, obviously.
Just saying.
You think so?
What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
Joe doing this. Oh, what? I can't believe you said that.
The first one was 100% planned. The 40%.
They were both planned.
Yeah,
the second one wasn't good, but it was just a shot at Joe. But I mean,
thought it was good.
I don't
Sleepy
think it
Tom
was a
good.
shot at Joe. I think it was a shot at people calling Joe Sleepy Joe. He was just bringing it up. Like I
I
don't
don't
think it was
mind. I'm just saying.
because he's
It was
saying
a
can you
reverse
believe that?
tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it in there. It was nice.
just like the biggest. What's the biggest issue with our country, Brandon?
It was a nice
Joe
sleepy
Biden's
It was
brain.
Tom Brady being able to get that joke off on the
It was a
president,
nice sleepy
which
jab.
is-
Yeah.
It was look,
Impressive.
he's not so sleepy. He can joke about it, right? He's
Exactly.
yeah, that's all it was. He's
Yeah.
not so retarded that he can
Oh,
joke
Jesus.
about it.
Jesus.
That
Yeah.
word is technically
That's-
canceled, but
yeah.
Oh good
He's,
God.
that's so retarded.
He's not so sleepy.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
so sleepy. It's just so sleepy.
I mean, the subtext of that joke was our president has dementia. That was the subtext
Yes,
of the
it
joke.
Well, no, the subtext of the joke was that everyone can forget things.
Okay, if you're not
Yeah.
worried that he might have
Like the
dementia, then
nuclear
you've been
codes.
living under a
Yeah.
rock. So
Right, exactly. That's a good point too. I mean, he obviously has some
Dementia for Pete.
inabilities upstairs. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
full R word, but he's half, as Wes would say.
all right, moving on. Number 3. It's actually a Texas two-step at number 3. First up in the two-step, even more people in DC have been infected by the maskless freedom caroling Texas Dems. You guys remember them singing their song. It's time. This time, it's Nancy Pelosi's staffer who was escorting them around the Capitol on their trip to DC. So the body count for the Texas Dems continues to rise. Surely, we'll,
Sounds like they got the Delta variant.
I mean, they're all vaccinated, but just spreading COVID to everybody on Capitol Hill.
Let's talk about the bigger
So-
issue here. What? Everyone who's vaccinated is getting COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
All
it's
right.
all-
Not good,
yeah.
is it?
Okay. It's not great news. The Texas two-step either way. The second step in the Texas two-step, the Texas Senate no longer wants to require public schools to say that the KKK is morally wrong, quote unquote. Or they don't have to teach about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Cesar Chavez, or Susan B. Anthony. Because I guess waste of time, according to the Texas Senate. Apparently,
What?
this is a rebuttal to critical race theory in the Lone Star State.
They're getting rid of MLK, Cesar Chavez, Susan B. Anthony, and they don't have to say the KKK's
Don't
bad.
have to say it was wrong. No, you don't have to say it's morally wrong. You could leave that blank.
I'm gonna move out of Texas.
Dude, Abbott's a big hands-off guy when it comes to schools. He's talking about mass today. He's like whatever the parents want, whatever the schools decide.
You don't have to
that's
call
his whole
the
MO when it comes to schools
by-
in Texas.
by
He's
name.
hands off.
You don't need to make a statement about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think that's okay? I mean, we elected him to be hands off on these sorts of things.
I don't think it's okay.
Fair.
Just that's what he does.
Hey, whatever you want, whatever you say. Listen, Mark, you might have to not move out of Texas because the Texas House would still have to hear it. And a bunch of them, Mark, as you know, are still on their COVID infection Trojan horse trip to DC. So the Texas
Well,
House,
they're
can't
not
vote on
going to
anything.
be. They're not going to be happy with that.
No, they won't. They'll have to come home to that. So we'll have to wait to find out what happens after they're done giving everybody COVID in DC. Then we'll see what they say about this when they get back to Texas. Number 2 in the cup of coffee is round 2 between Senator Rand Paul and Dr. Anthony Fauci. It's kind of a long clip, so I'm just going to play it. Here's the video.
Fauci, knowing that it is a crime to lie to Congress, do you wish to retract your statement of May 11th where you claimed that the NIH never funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Your microphone.
Senator Paul, I have never lied before the Congress, and I do not retract that statement. This paper that you are referring to was judged by qualified staff up and down the chain as not being gain of function. Let me finish.
You take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans. Right. You're saying that's not gain of function?
Yeah, that is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially. You do not know what you are talking about. Okay, you get
NIH,
one person.
Let's read from the NIH
Chair,
definition of gain of function. This is your definition.
Ooh. Okay, so it got testy. That was in a Senate hearing, and Fauci saying, Senator Paul, you do not know what you're talking about. But does it matter? Because he's asking about the Wuhan lab, and Fauci is Mr. Wuhan lab.
Yeah,
so.
Rand Paul's been a complete and total fucking asshole this whole time. He's been like the biggest asshole when it comes to COVID.
During
He needs
COVID,
to
yeah.
shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Okay,
he has been a little bitch about COVID. But here's what happened. Fauci absolutely dunked on him there. But did Fauci ever finance the lab? Probably yes. I think
100% yes.
I think there's proof of it.
Yeah,
and did the virus come from the Wuhan coronavirus lab?
He can't answer the question.
Probably yes as well.
Probably yes. Yeah, and he's
so
Mr.
he definitely
Wuhan
dunked on
lab.
him there, but I mean,
in the U.S. So can he answer the question?
It had to have come from the lab. So
yes,
it's hard to be pro. Fauci said a lot of good things during the coronavirus, trying to keep people on task and worried. But his reaction there, it's almost like, does the lady protest too much? Because he probably knows that came from the lab that he funded.
Right, but was Rand Paul trying to say, hey, he's trying to catch his hand?
Rand Paul was trying to say that you actually created this monster
Correct.
and unleashed it on the world.
Gain of function is
it's going to come out that it was an accident, but it came from basically where he's talking about. So I mean,
he's saying
so
lied to Congress too.
At a high level, based off a few minutes of research, gain of function. And Fauci would tell me I did not know I'm talking about, like Rand Paul, but gain of function.
We all don't know what we're talking about.
Gain of function research is like you take a virus and you purposely pass it on to a selective part of a community to gain more information on it. And so basically what he's saying is you funded a gain of function lab in Wuhan that gave humans this animal coronavirus, yes or no. And that's what gain of function is like you're purposely trying to learn more about a virus by increasing its transmissibility and giving it to a selective group or that's basically kind of high level what gain of function is. He's saying, did you fund a gain of function study in Wuhan? And Fauci's saying you don't know what you're talking about. So
it was an accidental gain.
But it is right. But the Wuhan coronavirus lab is partially funded by the U.S. I think it's
yes.
I mean,
I think it has been proven that the U.S.
by the
money.
NIH, Fauci's division.
Right.
So Fauci is Mr. Wuhan lab as far as the U.S. government is concerned. So where did it come from, Dr. Wuhan lab, Fauci?
Right. Where did it come from?
Let someone else ask that question.
Where did it come from?
The guy that's been making shit worse for the past fucking year and a half.
But where did
Rand Paul?
But where did it come from?
I agree, Pat, that Rand Paul's an asshole. Specifically, he's been a piece of shit during COVID. But the bigger picture, where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
Well, we're gonna have to find out.
Oh no, I think we know. Yeah. And I think somebody has known for a long time. A long time.
I think so too.
long time.
Number one in the cup of coffee in the big time today, Jeff Bezos flew slightly farther into space than Richard Branson on his giant penis-shaped spaceship that was made by Blue Origin. Here it is. You can see him. He's looking like Dr. Evil there, laughing at his penis and ball-shaped ship as it goes slightly into outer space. Again, just a little bit further than Richard Branson, but he needed to make a big point about that. He did this on Tuesday morning. He took a chick named Wally up with him. It was a wild scene, and it only lasted 10 minutes. So
he did the same thing with Branson.
10 minutes.
We got proof he was on that thing.
He was on it. Yeah, there's videos of him like coming out of the capsule when it landed, like with a parachute.
Did you hear what he said afterwards?
Oh, we're about to listen, Mark. Then he set foot back on the Earth's crust, put on a cowboy hat, and said this to the world.
And then I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. And then
with your lives in our warehouse.
What
And
a
your
bastard.
dollars.
What a
And your
bastard.
dollars. Congrats, suckers. You paid for Jeffy's rocket ship.
Did you see there was a petition started? Did you have that information?
That's
do.
been going, right?
I do with the gloat like that. No
Yeah.
wonder Tulsi Gabbard and 165,000 other random people were petitioning and tweeting for Jeff to just stay in space forever. So
Yeah, don't let him back.
yeah.
Was anyone else offended
he's
by
back.
the cowboy hat? I was offended by the cowboy hat. Like I it's cultural appropriation. Like, oh, cool, you got your launch site there out there in Texas now. Now you're throwing a fucking cowboy hat on like a space cowboy.
Hey, Pat, when you're the richest guy in the world and you just launch yourself into space on something that you then landed and gloated that everybody else paid for, you don't give a fuck what you're
Yeah,
appropriating.
I will say this.
You feel like you own the world.
Just
I
saying,
will-
all
I
hat,
will
no
say this.
cattle there in Bezos.
After those two things, I've kind of switched over to Team Bezos. I was never on Musk, but I'm kind of on Team Bezos.
You
now
like how
because
cocky he is?
Yeah, I would rather my evil billionaire just say it straight like a asshole, like to my face, like fuck you, you peon, you're nothing. Thanks for
Yeah, I
buying
mean,
my
he's a
packages."
heel at this
He's
point,
a heel,
right?
but as opposed to Elon Musk, who's pretending like he cares about humanity and all this bullshit, which he doesn't. You know, I'd rather my billionaire to act like Bezos and be upfront about it than
know.
piece of shit sneaky Elon Musk. I'm cool with it.
It's like a Trump
Carry
argument.
on,
like
Bezos.
At least Bezos embraces the fact that he's bald, whereas Elon Musk
Right.
pretends that he was never bald, but he's
I
bald.
hope he sends another dick pic and he's like, "What are
Elon's
you gonna
got
do
hair
about
plugs,
it?"
right?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Elon's bald as fuck, bro.
He's got hair plugs though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well done,
fake hair.
too. Really well done. I don't know who did them, but God, they're good.
Oh, and you're the second richest.
You want to go to that guy? Yeah,
That's why he's wearing that cowboy hat, you know.
All right, well, that's a cup of coffee in the big time today, fellas. Lots of news. Sorry, I ran a little long.
Woo! Lots of news, and it was brought to you by Lightstream. If you're like most of us, you carry a balance on your credit cards, and if those cards come with high interest rates like mine have in the past, you need Lightstream, my friends. That's what you need. Lower your interest rate and save with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream, like I've been doing. Rates start at 5.93% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. That's a lot lower than you're going to get pretty much everywhere, right? Yeah, that's low.
Yeah.
Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. You can get a loan from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. Absolutely no fees attached. You can even get your money as soon as the day you apply. And just for, by the way, you have to get out of debt, guys. This is important. So just do this. Just for our listeners, apply now to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. Here's a quick disclaimer. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 5.93% APR to 99.99% APR, include the 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Hell yeah. Gentlemen, what's the most important part of sports?
The
Winning?
chicks.
Oh yeah, true.
The fandom, like
Winning,
rooting,
fandom.
rooting.
You guys are all wrong. It's the rules. Because, guys, without rules, they're just activities on par with crafting or bird watching. Sports need rules. And competitors that think those rules don't apply to them are cheaters and are the equivalent of cancer for their sport. I call them cancer because cancer kills and cheaters kill sports. We saw it with Lance Armstrong in cycling. We saw it with the entire country of Russia and everything they've ever competed in. Now we're seeing it in
Lance Armstrong cheated because he had one ball, so he weighed less and was more aerodynamic, correct?
Yeah, and the tons of steroids he did.
The steroids.
Lots of human growth hormone.
But now, guys, we're seeing cheating in handball, women's beach handball specifically, in the most disgusting display. So over the weekend, guys, the Norwegian women's beach handball team displayed an absolutely disgusting and selfish disregard for the sport's important regulations in the Euro 2021 bronze medal match against Spain. Team Norway willfully and knowingly took the sand wearing shorts instead of the required bikini bottoms. That's a uniform regulation that is clearly outlined in the beach handball rules as dictated by the International Handball Federation. Guys,
yes, I can take handball off the DVR.
Yeah, they're going to kill this sport.
They're going to kill the sport.
This is stupid.
Here's a photo of them in their shorts. Selfish, disgusting, absolutely selfish and disgusting, especially considering the ladies of Spain showed up in proper bottoms that were in line with regulations outlined in the rule book. Quote,
let's see that.
With a close fit and cut on an upward angle towards the top of the leg. And this angle was toward the top of the leg.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Swedish cut is the cut. I mean, that's
proper
the
unis
cut.
right there.
Yeah, you can sell some ads on that with that outfit.
As you can see, it's clearly outlined in the rules.
What's the score? I don't know.
Right. Well, who knows?
I'll tell you, Mark. Hang in there. Instead, these snowflakes decided they would wear shorts, which is a slap in the face to all the athletes that fought hard to make women's handball a sport, especially beach women's handball, for a Nordic country like Norway.
Yeah, not only that, Pat, but the abs on the Norway team make me feel like they're going to want a lower cut top to their bottom there to show off those abs because they have worked hard on those. That's impressive, the work they've put in. And now they're just stifling that good work with these, giant kind of like frumpy shorts.
Don't ruin the Summer Olympics. Look, guys have to wear Speedos in swimming. All right. It's part of the deal. You got to wear bikini bottoms. You got to wear bikini bottoms if you're playing sand volleyball or sand handball. It's just part of the deal.
It's in the rule book, y'all. Team Norway was rightfully fined by the European Handball Federation.
Come out of the Olympics.
Yep. They were fined, guys. They were fined by the European Handball Federation, their governing body, to the tune of 150 pounds a player. So twice their salary.
Is it handball or beach volleyball?
Beach handball.
It's the very popular sport of beach handball.
Beach handball.
They're taking a stand in beach handball.
Yeah. Rule 1, wear a bikini.
Yeah. That's the only reason that sport exists.
Right.
There's
Rule
no
16.
ratings if there's
Rule
no
16.
bikinis.
No.
6-0. Rule 6-0.
Both fans left angry.
There's 1,000 fans there, 1,000 disappointed fans.
Of course there was.
150 pounds a player, guys, hardly makes up for the shame and embarrassment they brought to the sport and to their country. Martine Welfler, one of the Norwegian players, was quoted as saying, "I don't see why we can't play in shorts. I know, Martine, because it's in the rule book that only male players are allowed to wear shorts. You're on the women's team, okay? You know why you don't see teams taking the court in the wheelchair handball competition in gigantic electric wheelchairs? Because it's clearly outlawed in the official rule book, okay? It says it right here. Wheelchair specifications. No electric wheelchairs are allowed. And there's also a height requirement. It would be fucking chaos, Martine.
If they wanted the shorts, Martine,
look,
they would have put it in the rule book to wear the shorts.
Let all of them wear shorts and watch the sport die in 10 months.
Less than 10 months in one outing.
Yeah. The next tournament.
It's already too late. This one game.
Right.
Yeah, you just opened Pandora's box, sweetheart, and it's over now. Yeah.
Fucking cheaters, man.
Horny men are
women's
abandoning
team sand handball is over.
Yeah. Beach handball, horny men are just walking away in droves right now.
You get a refund? I'm trying.
What is this?
Can't get a hold of nobody.
Where are their butts?
Yeah, apparently these ladies asked for permission to not wear their bikinis, but they were told no, and they did it anyway. It's fucking bullshit.
Where are the butts, ref?
He runs in for the stands.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He's got
Hold on.
It says right here.
He elbows his buddy. No, these are just their warm-ups. Hold on, they're starting the game.
What the
You're
fuck?
starting the game in those shorts. No, those are going to come off. Wait a minute.
He squeezes his soda.
Real cute, ladies. All right.
Take off the warm-ups.
Take off the warm-ups. Come on now. We got a game to play.
Slide them down. Come on.
Yeah, thank God they got their ass beat by Spain 2-0, fucking cheaters, because their bronze medal would have had to been stripped from them.
The final score was 2-0 in handball.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Riveting game.
Yeah.
Electric.
There you go. Guys, I used to need coffee to get me through the day, but not so much anymore. That's because I'm using True Niagen, one of our sponsors today. You should check it out. True Niagen fuels the body's energy engines, and it maintains cellular metabolism. We all know that word. It's a fancy one. It means it keeps you tight. It even supports heart health. That's why I'm in on it. I have more energy and don't need those extra cups of coffee I used to take, which would keep me up all night. It's got 11 published human clinical studies that are backed by Nobel Prize winners. That's pretty good. True Niagen is a supplement that's clinically proven to boost NAD levels. You need those, trust me. That's an essential coenzyme required for cellular energy and repair. Wow. So if you want to feel better, just saying. Since taking True Niagen, I have more resiliency. Helps my muscles recover after workout, mostly my legs when I go on yogs. And as a guy in his middle 30s, it's something you need.
Oh,
Believe me, you'll know when you get there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just have more zest for life. And more vitality, which you can add to your life today with True Niagen. Right now, new customers can save 10% on their first purchase by going to True Niagen. That's TrueNiagen.com, TrueNiagen.com/factor. Use code FACTOR. That's TrueNiagen.com/factor and use code FACTOR to get 10% off your first purchase. TrueNiagen.com/factor, code FACTOR. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any disease.
It'll make you feel like Jeff Bezos in a cowboy hat when he just got back from space.
That's a lot of jam right there.
That's a lot of vitality. Let's head on over to the TikTok international moment. The Olympics are starting this Friday in Japan. And look, quite frankly, I haven't seen a whole lot of promotion for this Olympics. Have you guys?
No.
Just a little bit.
Not much, right?
Usually
it's
something
a
about it
shitload.
starting Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, not much though. Usually it's like Space Jam's all about the Olympics or whatever. The McDonald's are doing stuff and
sports in general. I maybe I do blame Space Jam for it. Sports in general are just down right now. There's not much. Not much buzz.
Well, look, that's on the U.S. frankly, as each country is responsible for drumming up national support on their own. Take Australia, for instance, where the Royal Australian Mint and large Australian store chain Woolworths has paid for and commissioned a large campaign for the Olympics, paying homage to characters they used for the 2000 Sydney Olympics, like Lizzie the Lizard. And so they commissioned it and it's rolled out. The thing is, the cartoon images they paid for are anthropomorphic animals that have human characteristics. So naturally, they have taken off quite a bit in the furry community.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So many porns, right?
Yeah, let's take it to the internet if you don't believe me, where comments like these came in by the hundreds on a Twitter thread announcing the new and remodeled Australian Olympic characters. Dogs Bauer says that's 110% furry. Oh my God. Bluey says they're not even trying to hide the fact that they're furries. Max says we will see an exponential growth in Australia's furry community in the next years. And then Sapphire Sabria says no wonder most Aussie furries seem more chill. They get way easier publicity. That's not all negative. Man, I'm jealous now. So.
Damn, dog.
And then finally, the creator of the designs themselves, MI One Piece blogger, says, "Good day. That's my art and my redesigns. Had no idea they'd finally gone into use. Laugh my ass off. Happy to field any questions. Rest assured that the people and employing me had no idea what furries were, but I did." So from the designer. So there you go. Way to go, Australia. Okay. Let's head over to Hull, England, where a group of 70 archaeologists are doing what archaeologists do at the Trinity burial site of Hull Castle, and that's dig shit up, right? That's what they do. They're examining 1,500 exhumed skeletons from the 17 and 1800s, and for the most part, they're finding normal things in the graves, like jewelry, valuable coins people wanted to be buried with, and bones, right? But one skeleton in particular something very interesting buried between her legs. It was a sealed bottle of weird colored liquid with Hull Infirmary inscribed on the side of the bottle. So there's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like maybe early 20th century era, kind of maybe
1784, I think.
Oh wow, okay.
What is that? Was that booze in there?
Well, they don't know. Osteology supervisor Katie Delman said, "What could this mean? Why was it placed there? And if it's not urine, what could it be?" And they're testing it. And I don't know, but I'd suggest not opening the bottle of liquid that was found at one of the largest medieval burial sites known to man that has the hospital name inscribed on it. In fact, taking it to the internet, Ji Shengli, a virologist at the Wuhan coronavirus, said they should probably leave that one shut.
Yeah, she knows,
there
right?
There she is.
Learned her lesson.
She said, "Leave the bottle alone." She said,
It's like it's like those psycho Russian scientists that were digging up old viruses out of the permafrost. Like,
yeah, I don't
come
know.
on, guys.
Well, medieval times, they had a lot of diseases in the medieval times.
And every time they like uncrack a sarcophagus in Egypt, it always feels like there's something like a plague.
Locusts come out of it, and they're like, "Oh, maybe we should return the scepter." All right, let's head over to Scotland, where a rookie cop in Glasgow had quite a scare this past week. She left her station. I guess she'd like finished her shift. She left her station around midnight this past Tuesday to head to the grocery store to grab some food on the way home, and quickly noticed she was being followed by a drone. She tried to lose the drone with some skillful driving, right? She was maneuvering all around, but no matter what she did, it was still right over top of her. So at this point, she did what she had to do and called for backup and said, "Hey, I'm being followed by this drone. I can't lose it." So she was told to immediately return to the station to meet with a senior officer, which could, potentially help her. And quote, "She was found standing in the police yard with her hood up, trying to hide from the drone, and pointed up into the air to a bright white dot in the sky, saying, 'There it is.' And when the senior officer looked up at the light, they realized that the drone she'd been afraid of was not a drone at all. It was the planet Jupiter."
Oh my God. So she's just on drugs or what?
What?
It's very visible right now in Scotland, the planet Jupiter, and she thought it was a drone.
What's this lady into? She thinks drones are falling.
According to the local news sources, the officers said that it's the talk of the station. Would you believe it? Nobody can believe it. An anonymous police source told the outlet. She was very alarmed and spooked that she was being followed by a drone. It turns out it was Jupiter, the source continued to say. The officer was embarrassed when it was explained to her that the drone was just a planet, and people are concerned for her. This is going to haunt her for years, one of the officers went on to say as he high-fived another officer. I can't wait to work on a solar system diorama to shove in her locker, said one officer. And another officer said, "I was gonna quit, but now I'm not. I'm gonna stay here and make fun of Jupiter, lady, because there won't be another opportunity like this in my lifetime."
Oh man, this is why the Japanese have harikari. This specific type of scenario.
It's time. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's the planet, right? Yeah.
It's a good thing they don't give them guns over there.
Yeah. So
You can't let her keep being a cop, right? Like,
no, she's gotta quit.
Gotta get out of there. Like nobody's gonna respect you.
She's gotta quit.
Wait a minute. Is that like she shows up and you're like, "Are you Jupiter, lady?"
Yeah, you know how they say a parent's love is unconditional. This is the condition here.
Yeah.
But the good news is if you are around Jupiter lady and you have to deal with her on a regular basis, say you're a criminal where she lives,
you can trick her.
Hey, there's a drone. And then you're like,
she's
Jupiter
gullible.
ladies.
She's gullible, that's for sure.
I just want to know how it went from "Hey, supervisor, what is that?" And he's like, "No, you fucking idiot, it's Jupiter," to the news. Right now, it's on our desk.
They called everyone.
Yeah.
They called everyone at this.
There's a little hazy
They called
going
all of
on.
their like local best friend reporters the second they found out. Because the best part is when she showed back up and she was hiding in her hoodie and like she's like in the yard hiding. She's like, "Look, it's right above us," and they're like, "Oh my God."
Unbelievably.
You guys ever do you guys have the thing where like sometimes you think someone may be following you, like, and then you like take a weird turn down in your neighborhood or something like that? Ever? No,
No.
never. Okay.
No, that's just
Neither
you.
do I. Neither
Yeah,
do
that's just you.
I. Okay. Yeah, neither do I. Didn't
Jupiter
happen.
guy.
Didn't happen a few days ago. All right. Well, let's
that
move
car's
on.
really suspicious.
Let's move on. Did I cut that guy off? He's been following me. Maybe I'd cut him off, and I don't know. There's a specialist for just about everything, right? When my car breaks down, I go to a mechanic. When there's a problem with my shower, I call a plumber. So when you want to get your uneven, crooked teeth fixed, you see an orthodontist. They're the specialists, and that's what sets Candid, the invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners, above the rest. While poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligner companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from the start to finish, so you never have to wonder how you're doing. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. You can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you, or do everything from the comfort and convenience of your own home.
I got my starter kit.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love Candid. It's the best.
You wear it at night or what?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm just getting into it now, so I'll give you.
I feel like my bottoms. Can they do the bottoms alone? Because I feel like I need to re.
Yeah.
Norway can't. That's for sure.
I need to re-up
Yeah,
them.
bottoms Illinois. Yeah, they can fix the top, the bottoms, whiten them.
Yeah, I want to do the anti-Norway. I want to get my bottoms looking.
I'm gonna get
perfect,
some
you
whitening.
know?
The average Candid treatment takes just 6 months. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. And with your aligner treatment, you'll get Candid's teeth whitening for free. I mean, that stuff costs a lot in itself. So what a deal. Candid can help you get the straighter, brighter smile you've always wanted. Right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you today. Go to candidco.com/hardfactor and use code HARDFACTOR. That's candidco.com/hardfactor, code HARDFACTOR. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 in your starter kit. candidco.com/hardfactor, code HARDFACTOR.
Can't beat it for the price. If you got like a wedding coming up or like a graduation, any event, you got to get those teeth straight and whitened, looking good.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Got some bad news. Turns out, based on some recent findings from a UK law firm, that us modern men are just a bunch of fragile and insecure ninnies who have no confidence in ourselves and therefore no confidence in our relationships. It looks like I'm going to have to bring this up at tonight's Muscles Don't Make the Man support group meeting. Who's been talking to the press. There we are. You can't see me, but there we are. It also turns out that advancements in technology are allowing us to propagate that stereotype even more, because apparently 20% of us are using spyware to snoop on our partners. You believe that? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, spy technology that was not available is becoming available to us now. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Us insecure little cucks, and we've got our fingerprints all over this new spyware, and we'll be damned if we aren't going to use it to soothe our worried minds and small dicks, right, guys? Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually worried about the opposite, because I'm at home all day, and I'm worried that my wife is going to set up some spyware on me and just watch me masturbate, basically.
That'd be awful.
That would be really embarrassing.
It would be.
Yeah. I know, like, what a lazy piece of shit you are, right? Like, oh no, she knows.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't cheating. Yeah. It wasn't. At least I wasn't cheating.
No, I just didn't get out of bed.
Yeah. So that's what.
My hands are stuck together.
There'd be a lot of Zelda Breath of the Wild on my camera feed.
Well, that's what this is what a law firm in England is saying. The McGuire family law firm saying that about 1 in 5 of their divorce cases involve some kind of illegal spying on the spouse nowadays, mostly by the man/boy in the relationship. The law firm says they've seen a 60% increase in this activity in just the past 10 years. They say the tools being used by these fragile, pussified men are very sophisticated, from tracking devices on purses to hidden apps on the phones to hidden cameras in cereal boxes. The technology is there, and these limp dick men are using it, right? The law firm's director says that as women are increasingly becoming a force to be reckoned with at the workplace, that men are increasingly insecure and are having trouble accepting their wives' absence and accepting that Tony in the office next to their wives drives a new BMW and aggressively flirts with their wives from 9 to 5, making them feel attractive again, showing them how a real man is supposed to treat a lady, and his bulging muscles nearly tearing through his golf shirt on casual Friday, and the way he says your husband will never find out out with his eyes. There's Tony for you. Yeah, and there's Tony grabbing your wife's ass.
Oh no,
Yes,
Tony in the office.
Every office has got a Tony.
Everyone's got a Tony.
Happy hour again? Who's going?
Tony? He
Tony
loves
planned
happy hours, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, he lives in a loft.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Anyone that lives in a loft, don't
Brick
trust
on the
him.
wall. Yeah.
Unless, don't trust him.
Why are you in a loft?
I'm curious. So, man,
Who's spied on their
I never have, but I've heard.
Not me.
I've heard some stories. I forget what podcast I was listening to, but it essentially was like, guys that found out rightfully so, or girls that found out rightfully so that their spouse was cheating, and it saved their life, right? Which is good.
Well,
right?
you want to find out if it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're one of the 20% that's getting illegal spy equipment, my guess is there's a pretty good chance.
Well, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's like 20% of divorce.
There's
cases,
been
right?
too many mentions of Tony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
She
see,
smells like Tony.
She smells like Tony. She's always late. You see, it's just too much for us men these days. According to McGuire, the firm's owner, quote, "It seems to be a default position in some, but not all men. Therefore, that there must be an affair. So we just automatically jump to it. And of course, there's an affair. Have you seen Tony? For fuck's sake, McGuire wants men out there to be careful, though. There are legal and illegal ways of finding out if your wife is fucking Tony. So make sure you check the local laws, because if you do find out she's always late because she's riding Tony's dick at work, the evidence might not be admissible in court if you find out the wrong way. You are, in rare cases, go ahead, Will.
What's the right way, Wes?
You got to know the laws. You got to catch them just red-handed. You can't spy on them illegally. You got to know how to go about it. You talk to your attorney. You also in rare cases also run the risk of simply being paranoid, insecure little bitch. And if your wife finds out that you've been spying on her, you may ruin the relationship in the end. Anyway, my advice, best thing to do, you show up to work unexpected, right? You show up to work unexpected. See how our coworkers treat you. Do you see pity in their eyes? Is Tony avoiding you, or is Tony constantly trying to like stand beside you like a pose off at Mr. Olympia?
No. If Tony comes straight up to you and shakes your hand, that's bad too.
Right, exactly.
You
never know. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's tough. Tony's.
Tony thinks he's doing the right thing, right? It's a guy thing. I want to shake his hand, so when he finds out, he knows that I shook his hand.
You're right about the coworkers. You're right about the coworkers. You got to catch if they're like, giving you the pouty face look down. Right. But Tony could do either or, and it doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. Is he avoiding you, or is he posing off of you? Hey, great! I heard so much about you. Good.
You want to make broad statements too about like how rock solid the relationship is, and how you're about to make.
Your wife talks about you all the time, Tony. Right. Like when he comes up and shakes your hand, your wife doesn't shut up about you.
She is just the most trustworthy, right? And that's one of the things I love about her, how much I can trust her. Just her moral compass.
And then you got a scent of Tony's cologne, which you've smelled before.
Right.
I'll be honest. Her respect for me is what I find most attractive in this woman. Wouldn't you agree?
Lay that on thick, Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, if you lay that on thick, that's an open door for Tony. He's kicking that door down if you lay it on like that.
No, you got to find
this insecure little bitch.
You got to find a quiet friend, her quiet friend that's gonna give you a look. But let me ask you this question, guys.
Does Tony live in a loft? We asked one of his coworkers.
Yeah. One thing, we know that. It's one thing. No, you're not going to a fucking loft party. It's a work function. No, it's not. It's one thing if she's or he is banging someone over the course of like years, right? Which that's behind your back. I wouldn't want to know.
That's an affair.
If it was a one time thing, I wouldn't want to know. Just keep that out of my.
Are you
periphery.
kidding me?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to know.
I absolutely want to know.
I don't know, Pat. Historically speaking, I feel like if anyone was going to spy, it would be you out of the four of us. You're a big time spy guy. Yeah.
Well, I'm the most technologically savvy, and for a while there, I was.
I feel like you've spied on all of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
but that was just to test my spy skills. I needed someone to practice on.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, do your research before diving into the spy game. But remember, Tony is definitely fucking your wife at the office. Question is, how long has it been going on?
Save yourself the money on the spy here.
Yeah, I mean,
it's happening.
Listen.
Will, is your password still Carmen Sandiego?
No.
Was it?
I've changed it.
Yeah.
I've changed it.
I know Pat's been spying on my computer. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Have fun at work today. Have fun, give your wife a big kiss on the way to the office today, and we'll We'll be back with you tomorrow for some more, calming stories for you. We got some new merch coming out. We'll be dropping a little bit, few more announcements about that coming soon.
Fat Boy Summer's still in
Fat Boy
swing.
Summer,
bonus
dog,
dog shirt.
Swing. Yeah.
Tis.
Oh,
Tis
hold
all of
on.
them.
I just remembered something awesome. I don't know. Okay, so real quick, way back in the day, Mike Posner, the artist, musician, remember he came to South by Southwest. I filmed him right with our camera. When I was uploading files, he gave me his password to upload his files to his FTP, right? Which I remember.
Cooler than you, right? His
Yeah, exactly. Cooler than me.
Cooler than me. Yeah.
But
No,
I remember
that's
his
password. Yeah.
I remembered his password because it was super unique. And then PFT hit me up because when he was about to interview him, because he knew that I'd worked with him, and he was like, "What do you know about Posner?" And I was like, "Hit him with the password. Be like, is your password still this?"
That's
no, he didn't. He pussed out. So I thought that would have been the fucking best ever, right?
That would have been the best ever.
Yeah.
What was the password?
Because it just would have exploded his brain. Like, how do you know my password from college?
You got to tell us the password offline.
I will.
Yeah. Anyway, give your wife a kiss.
Yeah, give her a kiss.
Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. Have a great fucking day.